everyone, my name's Jordan, and I'm gonna... Hello, how are we doing? I'm gonna share some stories about growing up autistic with you, so don't judge me too harshly. Is there anyone autistic in here? Did you get hit by train? Did you get hit by train? No? Oh, well, that's ruined that one then, isn't it? Anyway, moving on swiftly. Growing up, I always sort of struggled with my sense of identity. I was very different to other children. I did very sort of strange things. To give you an example, I'd come home from school and I'd sort of walk up and down the front room with the curtains drawn, pulling very demonic faces, clapping my hands like this and sort of stomping my feet around. Imagine, if you will, Wallace from Wallace and Gromit if he was on crystal meth. My parents have got 6 children between them, and I'm the youngest, and none of my siblings have ever done anything like this. So at first, my parents probably thought it was a phase that I'd grow out of, you know, eventually. But as I continued to do it, as I got older, I'm sure there was a conversation had between my mum and dad. Went like something like this. "Oh, he's still doing it, Elaine. You told me he'd stopped by now. He's nearly 12, for God's sake. I told you not to drink past the 2nd trimester. Is it, you know, still an option to take him into the woods and leave him amongst his own kind?" I'm sure my dad would have said this. I can imagine it, sort of 4 a.m. in Epping Forest. He's sliding the door of his van open, waving my little John Cena figure at me, saying, "You want it, buddy? Go fetch." As I sort of run to retrieve it, he throws up a "You can't see me," and speeds off into the dead of the night. Thank you. In all seriousness, though, my parents were very supportive of me because they knew that I had this awareness that what I was doing wasn't strictly normal, you know. It's I wasn't quite a full-fledged nutter. It was sort of 50%. It was 50-50 in my head. 50% I would show the world, and then 50% I would reserve for when I was alone and could sort of truly be myself, you know. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, yeah. It was a struggle because I'd hide what I was like to everyone outside my immediate family. So I sort of flew under the radar. But thanks to the Tory government, I got placed on a waiting list at 13 and was diagnosed just a short 7 years later. I had comforts in my special interests and hyperfixations. So if you want to know anything about Nazi Germany, sharks or lizards, I'm your guy. But other than this, I would always ask myself, why am I like this? Oh, yeah, it's sad. Oh, yeah. But to comfort me in my times like this, my mum, and especially my dad, in typical baby boomer fashion, would always go, "Cheer up, George. I think everyone has a touch of autism." And I would stand there with a look of disbelief on my face. This is coming from my dad, who's over there, who can identify any species of wood from smell, colour or taste. I've walked in on the guy, cutting up fine lines of sawdust with his credit card, snorting it with a rolled up 20. Oh, yeah, European oak. Black Forest, Germany, if I'm not mistaken. Big Kev, old pal. I don't think everyone has a touch of autism. I think our family caught a huge slap across the face by the long dick of neurodivergency. Knowing what I went through, and now having a 3-year-old daughter, as well as 7 nieces and nephews, I look for... Oh, thank you, I didn't say that. I look for signs of autism in all of them. Watching my daughter play with her cousins, I noticed that all my nieces and nephews seem fairly neurotypical. You know, the girls play with Barbies and dollies, the boy plays with trucks and cars, as well as other standard 3-year-old things, you know. Meanwhile, my daughter's sort of playing adjacent to them, lining up blocks in size order. Or if she's not doing this, she's sort of grabbing me by the hand. And who spent much time around toddlers? Yeah. They have a tendency to sort of talk like cavemen when they're learning to speak. So she's got me by the hand and she goes, "Look, Daddy, come." She leads me over to a patch of grass. She sort of squats down, pulling me down with her and goes, "Look, Daddy, poo." With a look of absolute amazement. She's fascinated by shit, any kind of shit. Cat shit, dog shit. I can't even go to the toilet. I can't flush without her inspecting it. She's like, "Did Big Poo hurt bum?" Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so she's fascinated, but at least, you know, some autistics love trains, some autistics love superheroes, but not my daughter. She loves shit. But at least if the fascination continues, I can always ask her that age-old question, whatever happened to white dog shit? Because that shit used to be everywhere. That's me done anyway. Thank you very much. Thank you.